Man, let me throw some red meat out there for a minute, man. Just some highlights. And we can talk about some stuff, man, if y'all want to, or we can just bullshit all night. But one thing, we lost Jesse. We still in Black History Month. We lost Jesse Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, we had a little thing the other night at the what they call it, the BAFTA Awards with the dude with the Tourette's. We can talk about that. I'm quite sure you guys heard about that. You hear about that?
No, I missed
No.
that.
Oh,
No,
yeah, I
we'll
missed
talk
that
about.
one.
Oh, we'll talk about that. Uh, you heard about the Epstein files with Trump raping this little 13-year-old girl they've been talking about for the past 3 days? That's
Oh yeah.
done popped up.
Yeah.
Uh, Gavin Newsom made a little gaffe the other day when he was talking to somebody, having a little interview. That y'all hear anything about that with him when this gaffe he made, comparing himself to, well, the way they put it, kind of comparing himself or bringing himself down to our level.
Mm.
But we'll talk about that if you haven't heard about it.
So what
And,
what
and,
level are
and
we
then,
at?
hmm?
Yeah, that thing.
Well,
What's our
that's what I'm
level?
saying. That's what I'm saying. Oh boy, and look, I ain't never liked hockey, man. Cash Patel went over there, and I mean, he really made me just.
Yeah.
I
We
don't,
definitely
I ain't
got to
got
talk about
shit to do
that.
with hockey anymore, man. I can't stand it. Never did like it anyway.
Really?
And let me see what else. Yeah,
Don't even
we
talk
might bring
about.
some other stuff,
Matter of fact,
but let's get it on, man. Smith, you want to
Only.
go ahead, Smith? What you got?
I just saw Cash Patel just fired a few more FBI agents and staff because they had knowledge of the documents thing that he tried to hide down in Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah, yeah. But I think what he's trying to do, Smith, is he in a little bit of hot water cause of that hockey thing. You
But the
start,
stupid. Go
huh?
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Bob. What?
The stupid part of it is, if you fire them, guess what they can do? Talk.
They
Talk.
well,
Mm-hmm.
I know
Talk.
they
But
probably
that's how. But that's the stupidity of them,
right,
right? I fire you. I'm firing you. You won't get no check.
right,
Mm-hmm.
But I can check you now.
Right.
exactly. Well,
Right.
That's the stupidity of it.
I imagine
Mm-hmm.
they
I
probably
want you close to me. So you can't talk. I'm not gonna fire you.
Mm-hmm.
mm,
You right, Bob.
they probably
Yeah.
made sign NDAs. I guarantee it, but still, it's still they can be broken.
Listen, NDA's only good as the signature that's on them,
I agree.
right? Because all any writing can be smeared.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing that they don't see. They don't put in perspective. Like anything and everything can be smeared
Oh yeah.
to a point where the truth comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I may not bring it out, but I can tell somebody that tells somebody to tell somebody.
Now you're right about that. You're right.
No.
Yeah, it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't me.
Yeah.
But
Well, but go ahead.
but I mean it's just the stupidity of it all. Like whenever they get to a point where they feel like somebody's stepping on them or keeping them from doing something, their first thing is to fire them. Like, that makes them look big, tough,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
as the orange guy would say, presidential.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It makes you look really stupid because you don't know how to run anything. You don't know how to run an organization. You don't know how to supervise.
It makes you look
Mm-hmm.
weak.
Yes.
Yeah.
It makes you look.
Well, Cash Patel ass is in hot water right now because of the way he showed his ass over there at the Olympic deal. I don't know if you saw that when they
Yeah,
I
showed
but
don't
it to
think
you.
he's in hot
yeah,
water for showing his ass there. I think he's in hot water for how he got there.
yeah.
Well, that
Well,
too, Mac.
both, but
Both
yeah,
that
but
too, and he he really put a stain on those young guys, man. With that win, far as the way I see it, because I don't like his ass anyway. But for him to be back there showing out the way that he was showing out, and he was drunk. You could tell he was drunk as hell by the
Oh,
way he was showing out. So I guess he had to do that to kind of get back in Donald Trump's graces. Fire
mm,
Hmm.
those, fire those guys.
mm,
After all of this damn time, he got to do something to try to please the master. You know,
yeah,
so that's the way I look at that.
you're probably right. That makes sense.
Hmm.
That
Yeah,
makes, it does make sense.
yeah, that's the way I look at it.
But he in hot water anyway because they had spilled the beans on him. They said that the FBI agents had to for both the Charlie Kirk thing and that Brown
Hmm.
thing, they had to drive and they were late because he was off gallivanting in Florida with his parents with the plane. So they
Right.
fly FBI agents and stuff they need to attack because they have transportation.
I just don't understand, and I will never understand. You have some and I'm gonna use this term, and I'm gonna use it nastily. Some of the dumbest ass people in charge of things in this country that need to have people with knowledge of life, knowledge of job experience, knowledge of how to deal with people, and all of this. When you look at Christy Nolan, Pam Bondi, Cash Patel, what's her name, McCarthy or whatever her daggone name is, the
Mm-hmm.
secretary. You know, that's why our education system is messed up
Oh man, you talk.
because of it. Our education system is terrible. When you just look at them at those five,
Right.
Don't
somewhere
leave out
along the
my buddy
line.
Kennedy now. Don't leave him out.
Well, see, he a dope fiend, so he probably was a smart dude before he turned to the dope scene.
Oh, he ain't no good smart.
Snorting the coke off the toilets and all that,
Yeah.
right? Before, I mean, so he was probably a smart dude from family that he came from. He had some sense at one point,
God.
but then the coke and the heroin and everything ate his head up, with the worm.
Well,
He said it was a worm, but it
yeah.
was actually the heroin that he was using that was eating him up. But he didn't want to talk about that
That,
until he told him about him snorting the coke off the toilet.
that
But
that wasn't that tequila worm. That was that cocaine worm.
yeah, there you go. But it's like, you know, how can you get on in front of people and talk about something and you have no sense of what you're talking about? Because I mean, if every time she would come in front of me, if I was a senator or a congressman, I would bring me a bottle of A1 sauce and sit it in front of me right next to my mic, and I point at it every time I get ready to say something. So when we use this, what do we use it for? Because what the hell is an A1? Oh, every school is going to have A1.
No
So
idea.
what we gonna get a school steak now or pork chops and you know what I mean grilled pork chops and steaks and what are we doing?
She's stupid.
That just show you how out of touch those folks are, man. I mean, they just out of touch, man.
Matter of
I
fact,
and
they,
Tessa, I don't think they're out of touch. I truly think their whole premise, no, not I think, I know that their whole premise is to please him in any way they can because they don't want to piss him off because they don't want him to find a way to go after their money.
right.
Mm,
They don't want him to find a way to go after their little power.
mm,
And that's all it is. It has nothing to do with anything else.
mm,
Because there's no way you can go home at night and say, and even my man said it, but he ain't said nothing here in what about a year and a half. What's the name? The white haired dude? Pence.
Oh, Mike
Mike
Pence.
when
Pence.
when that joker got on national television and said that he was one of the smartest men he knew.
Mm,
Well, I don't want to meet the dumbest. I truly don't. I don't want to meet the dumbest.
Mm.
Cause hey, listen, I done talked to alcoholics on the street as a kid
Hmm.
that was smarter than some Rhodes scholars,
Oh yeah. Oh, without a doubt.
right? So I don't know how they saying this Joker was the smartest man they ever met.
Mm.
I don't know.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
They just kissing his butt. That's all.
Hey,
That's all I'm doing.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know.
Yeah. It's crazy.
But did any of you all see that interview with Gavin Newsom?
No.
no,
I did.
no.
You didn't? Oh man, you need to pull it up and watch it. Um, I can't even tell you the guy he was interviewing with at this point, but I think they were kind of talking about him running for president, right?
Right.
But he got to talking about himself, and he was saying basically, I want you guys to look at it when you get a chance.
Hmm.
That if you ever notice that you never see him reading uh, from a script, reading anything,
Right.
he said because he can't read. He was he had the way he came up was with dyslexia.
Okay.
He was interviewing for black guy, and he said, I'm just like you, in a way. I'm kind of putting this thing in a nutshell. But anyway, it blew up from there, man.
Mm.
That he was the way that he was talking about pulling himself down to the
Right.
level of black folks. We can't read no fucking way. So,
So
you
who
know,
you remember who interviewed him?
I don't. All you gotta do is look it up. It'll pop right up.
Yeah, it was recent. I flipped the channel. I said I'm not even going to listen to
Yeah, yeah. Just
this.
Gavin Newsom's interview, it'll come up and but it's a whole thing, man. It done blew up now, and he was talking about running for office, and now they want him to step down, and he insulting black folks, and blase, blase, blase. It's a whole thing right now.
Mm.
Get a chance, look at that and see how you feel about it, man. It's. I mean, it was crazy, man. It's absolute crazy. From what people trying to make of what he
Yeah.
was saying. I mean, I kind of understand what he was saying, but I guess, man, when you taken out of your element,
Right.
and you got to go and talk to some people that you are unfamiliar with, and you trying to be careful. I guess he was just trying to be too careful with what he was saying, and then I guess he just didn't set his words up
Yeah.
properly.
They did the same thing with Jesse Jackson with the Jewish community. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Jaime Town. Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
if you're a politician, especially if they trying to, if they think you're a threat, there's going to be, and we all spoken publicly. If you speak publicly enough, you're going to have a gaffe or two. It's going to happen. It's just a question
Mm-hmm.
of if nowadays everything goes viral and then they try to use that against you. So, you got to weigh that against what work you've done, the full body of your work.
Yeah,
And that's how
yeah. Mm-hmm.
judge these things. We can't be doing that. They tried to do that with Obama, uh,
Mm-hmm.
and they definitely did it with Kamala Harris. Remember, they got her on a whole bunch of stuff. So I don't take one incident as a whole
Listen,
thing. I look at the whole body of work.
listen.
Yeah.
I don't care. I mean, I'm gonna listen to the interview, but I don't think anyone, I don't care how low you go, that you can go lower than Trump. You just can't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
When it comes to degrading folks, and it doesn't matter what, where, and when.
right.
There's no one that's ever been in politics that has degraded people as much as he has.
Mm-hmm.
And every day he does it every single day. And
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. And then like so going back to the gorilla thing with the Obamas, right?
right.
See, this is where they mess up at, and they don't, they don't think. Like, first they fired the aide or whatever that they said did it, right?
Mm.
Did
Then
they fire?
that's what they said.
They
But it
I hadn't
was no
heard
aid.
that.
they
That's
never
what they said.
they never found them. They never named
Yeah,
nobody.
there
But
was no aid, but
but
that's what
here
they
it
tried
is.
to.
But
Mm-hmm.
and that's true. So here it
Mm-hmm.
is. So now Podium Barbie gets up there and the reporter asks her a question about uh the president texting stuff like that, right?
Right.
Now, mind you, he said when that came up that he had nothing to do with that. That was somebody else. She Podium Barbie gets up there and say, well, nobody does anything on the president's feed but him.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So how you gonna have it both ways? You
Right.
can't have it both ways.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody's lying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, everybody lied.
Oh,
They never.
but I'm saying, and you right, Mac. Everybody lying. You right. But the
Mm-hmm.
thing is, like, you can't have two truths. So which one's the truth? Did some aide do it, or did he do it?
They obviously
Mm-hmm.
watched A Few Good Men, right? He said, "Wait a minute, I didn't." Everybody acts on my orders and my orders only, but yet I didn't know that they signed the document. They said, "Well, did you do it?" And
Mm-hmm.
you get caught in that. It's like, listen,
Mm-hmm.
we all know,
But that's the same thing, Trump. Like, I'm the president, but
right?
when things happen, oh, I didn't know about that.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. President, did you know that this document here was signed and it's out there and it's got your name on it? Well, I didn't sign it. I don't know about that. But you
Mm.
just said that you're the president and everything comes through you.
And
Yeah.
he got on Biden about the auto pen.
Auto pen. There you go.
Yeah,
Oh, they still on
Mm-hmm.
him about that.
he
Mm-hmm.
got auto pen, but
Mm-hmm.
this one here
Right.
don't have a pen.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know it happened.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
That's who they are.
Yeah.
And did you see I have to throw something else in the game, but did you see that there was an American boat left Florida going to Cuba? They shot at apparently they shot at the Cubans, and the Cubans shot up the damn boat,
Killed
killed
four
Mm-hmm.
people.
killed 4 people and captured 6.
When what
That
was this now?
that was
That's today.
Today.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Boat was leaving Cuba.
Boat was leaving.
The boat was approaching Cuba.
It was on the way to Cuba,
Oh, on the way to Cuba.
and
From
Yeah.
where? Coming from where?
from the U.S.
Presumably Florida.
Florida,
Yeah,
High speed boat.
from
yeah,
from
Another high speed boat.
yeah from Key
Yeah.
West.
American, and when they
So
asked,
if
they
it was going to Cuba,
right,
what in the hell does it have to do with America?
it was
No,
American,
the Cubans shot their boat up.
Yeah, it was
No,
a it was a
I understand that,
Well,
but
it was a U.S.
well,
registered boat.
right,
right,
well, what did
and I'm okay with all of that. But if you're telling me that you're blowing these boats up because of fentanyl,
right.
and if it's going away from America, I'm happy.
no, what happened, Bobby, was
It was the Cuban,
this boat was an American boat that had gone over to Cuba to pick up some people to bring out of Cuba
Right.
within 1 mile of Cuban's territorial waters, and the
Mhm.
Cuban Coast Guard waxed them.
Mhm.
The Cuban Coast Guard approached them. They fired at the Cuban Coast Guard, and the Cuban Coast Guard did what any Coast Guard would do.
Well,
What
okay.
they did what exactly Anthony would do.
right.
Boat that was within 1 mile of our
Well,
coast
hey,
that fired on it.
Yeah,
you shouldn't have fired on them. Hey,
they were in Cuban territorial waters at that time.
Mhm. But we want to see after all these boats that they blown up if they're going to try to make a whole big deal about it.
Mm.
oh, of
Okay.
course.
So American boat got blown up by the Cubans.
Yep. Yeah,
And
man.
they killed how many?
4,
There was 4 in the
4
boat.
people.
Yep.
and they
They
came.
did they blow it up or they? I mean,
No,
did it
they
sink?
just shot the Cubans, the Americans.
Yeah,
They shot
Yes,
it
sir.
up.
They got
shot at them, or
But they killed
They
everybody on
killed him.
board.
He's saying.
oh, they killed them. Did the boat
Yeah.
sink?
no both.
No.
Okay,
Send the
okay.
boat back.
So we got some evidence to
Well,
look at then.
Rubio was on TV talking about saying nothing but talking about it.
I didn't see that, man.
Yep.
Did I even watch the news? I don't think I watched the evening news today. I didn't hear nothing about that one.
Yep.
Wow.
Chester, you asked about Newsom.
Mm-hmm.
When I heard you share about Newsom, I thought about something I shared with you a little while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Most white folks are racist. So
Yes.
what Newman did is not surprising. What Newsom did is not surprising.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
One of the biggest things that occurred for me is, and this seems to have gone past the American public. Remember when we flew them people over Iran and obliterated the Iranians' nuclear ability to build nuclear
Yeah.
We-
Yeah, but now they're gonna have it in a week.
weapons? Man, I said, we must be the dumbest people in the world about that. We obliterated something, and now he's got his people over there negotiating to tell Iranians they can't build a nuclear weapon and have to send half the American fleet over there. Not half the fleet, but
yeah, but to get
carriers. Go ahead, Smith.
to get rid of the program.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, this stuff comes out, and probably I listened to the State of the Union message last night. One of the things that burned me
You're a
up.
good man, Bill. I couldn't do it.
God bless you. I had to turn it off.
Well, when he you have to. For me, I listen to that because I want to see the reaction of the congressman out there. But he talked about getting rid of DEI.
Oh,
All
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
the Republicans got up there and cheered.
Yes, they did.
And earlier in the conversation, as I sat back and listened to the conversation that was going on this evening, and you were talking about certain people holding offices and not being qualified. I just wanted to say that's what white privilege is.
Amen.
As
Mm-hmm.
not, and Colonel, with you, I look at this like what you said about the DEI, right? I'm gonna put DEI over here and white privilege over here, and I'm putting all of them over here with the DEI, because them dumbass some bitches don't need to be on nobody's boards, nobody's nothing. Because I ain't never seen. And if whatever university they went to, I'm rescinding everything they got, diplomas and everything. I'm rescinding it all. No, they ain't never went to school here.
No.
Because we can't. We telling people that we put out stupidity.
Yep.
We graduate stupidity.
That's what we're doing. And you see, quiet Cap, did you see the Senate hearing on the woman they trying to make the new Surgeon General?
Yeah, I watched a
I
little
a
bit.
part of it today. Man, it's something else. And she was calling herself doctor,
Right.
but she quit her residency.
I'll-
And I don't know what it is, but normally the Surgeon General is a respected practicing doctor in the American community.
I remember when they first nominated her or whatever, and they talking about she wasn't a doctor. So you're not a doctor, and you're going to be the head of many doctors, because PHS falls under the Surgeon General. So
Yep.
you're talking about doctors, dentists, optometrists, everything all
Right.
over the government, all over the world. this is what they do. A lot of them are new, and some of them stick around. A lot of them they leave. They do their time to pay their money back that they got to get through it, and they roll on,
Right.
right? But here it is: you got to sit in a room and you know absolutely nothing, and now these doctors are in there and they're talking about the whatever medical terminology that
Right.
they're using, and you are supervising them or whatever, and you don't know what they're talking about. Me as a doctor, I would love it because everything I did and everything I said, everybody in the room would know but you. And I would make sure that.
But they do the same thing. That's what happens with Kennedy and HHS. Same thing.
Yeah. And because I used to do it to the wardens in the prison because they didn't know policy.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to get into meetings and be like, well, according to policy such and such, I should be doing this, this, and this.
Mm-hmm.
Why am I doing this?
Right.
They told me I ain't had to come to the meetings no more.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Bobby, I asked you last week about Booker, and I said he was a deputy director. He wasn't, he was a warden. This guy, Joe Booker, was a warden
Mm-hmm.
of,
Okay.
of some of the toughest. I talked to his brother. His brother said he was a warden of some of the roughest prisons that they had in the Bureau of Prisons.
That name does sound familiar. I wonder if he was at Atlanta. I'm going to send a text. I'm going to send a text to somebody right now to try to find out some info real quick.
But it's just crazy. So their whole deal, and that's that word they talk about, nihilism, where you're basically just trying to destroy everything that's in front of you. You don't. I don't want anything to work, and they've been doing that ever since Trump has come into power. It's matter of fact, it's one of the things that Steve Bannon talks about all the time. They basically want to destroy every social function. I don't know why they hate
Yeah.
America, but deep down inside, there's a bunch of rich white people that hate America. Um, I don't know why. Probably because they're so successful and they want to just tear the entire structure down. And that's that thing that they talk about called nihilism, where we just
Hmm.
destroy everything.
Yeah.
And we're seeing it in every. And so what they do is they put clowns in every important um, government structure to try to destroy it.
Hmm.
When Trump was president the first time, they tried to destroy the post office.
Yeah.
They destroyed the post office by slowing down the mail so that they could say that the post office didn't work, so some rich billionaire could buy it up and run it on their own. And I saw that yesterday the Supreme Court said that we can't even take them to court on it. They did that yesterday.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
this is what it's all about. It's basically tearing down every pillar of our social structure in America.
I don't know if I agree with you on that, Smitty. I think that what they're trying to move toward is establishing a nation of white supremacy,
No, definitely that.
and anything that they disassemble is part of their effort to reestablish uh, what they see as being lost in America is white supremacy um, and racism. And one of my biggest struggles is how do you deal with how do I deal with uh, brothers who are helping it? And many years
Hmm.
ago, I just this past week I had one of the biggest hurts of my life. Um, a guy that's very close to me uh, commented on something that was on Facebook. On Facebook, they put about this. It was a brother who flew for FedEx, and he wanted to crash the airplane. He got on his passenger. He wanted it to crash so his family could get life insurance, pay off some bills they had or something like that. But he was unable to do it because the crew beat him down and they landed the airplane safely. And so they had this thing on Facebook, and a white person commented on it and said he must have been a DEI hire.
Mm.
And I looked down and it was a brother who responded that he was nothing but an asshole. I flew with him once and I had to watch it. My thought was, wow, man.
Mm.
When you say that, that means that somebody can come and call you a DEI.
Right, right.
You play it right into their hands when you say that.
Mm.
So, and the only thing that calmed me down is that I had to go back to something I read by a Chinese lady comparing the caste system in India with racism in America. And she broke it down in stages. This is way before Isabel Wilkinson. And what she said was racism in its most mature stage is self-perpetuating. And she said the reason it's self-perpetuating is because the oppressed become the oppressor.
Mm.
And so when you look at it, the oppressed become the oppressor. Heck, man, when I was over there running the transportation squadron, y'all could have said, get this Sambo out of here. The oppressed becoming the oppressor.
Right.
Some people might have looked at it that way. I don't know. But I just know that that each of us has to look at himself and say, am I contributing? Am I contributing to being an oppressor of my community? Am I oppressing my community?
Mm.
And there's many people who don't. Like yesterday at the State of the Union thing, there was Brian. Is his name Brian McDonald? Brian Donald?
Oh, Byron Donaldson.
Aaron
Yeah.
Donald.
Yeah.
He's
He was up there cheering and standing up with the people when he was talking about I got rid of DEI. I looked, I said, man,
Mm-hmm.
that was Tim Scott with the big grin on his face. I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ, do y'all know what's happening? The real question is, how do we change it? How do we change it?
It's not going to change until they see that they are the Samuel Jacksons of Django.
You talking about Stephen?
Yeah.
yeah.
We're gonna have to burn the sheets.
That's when it's going to change. And I tell anybody, and I say it on here all the time. I'm for the masses. I don't care what damn color you are. I don't care. I'm for the masses. But when it comes to stupidity, I gotta call it out.
Oh
And
yeah.
real quick, Colonel, I just got that message back, and a friend of mine, she was a warden also. She said that he was a lieutenant when she was at, because she started at Leavenworth. So
Yeah,
he was a lieutenant at Leavenworth at one point.
yeah,
Yeah. And then he moved up.
yeah.
Yeah, they try to push me through that, but it was too political for me. I cuss too much.
Mm.
Oh
I know that.
no,
I know that's right.
man.
Ain't no doubt about that, Bobby.
I ain't gonna, hey, look,
Mm.
I told them flat out. They's like, what Jones, you could do. I said, no, I can't.
Mm-mm.
Bobby, did you tell me you were trained by the best?
And yeah, look, I told them. Hey,
Mm.
I told them about Chester Edgerton and
Man, look
William
here. Hold
Catlett.
up. Hold
Hey,
up,
I
Bob.
told I told
Bob.
them.
Don't
They
put that
probably
on me,
said
man.
they probably said that he mentored you. Oh
Yeah.
no.
Man.
You hey, look. Oh, you know him too?
Nope. Hey, look. I'm not gonna lie now. I come from a long line of some great cussers, man. I'm not lying about that, but I can't take the credit for Bobby Jones, seriously. No way, man. No way. He came to the unit with that.
Okay.
Yeah, man. That's why he kind of fit in so nicely when he got there. He already had it, man. I don't know where he got it from, but he already had that. Yes,
Do
sir.
y'all ever hear from Dagley?
They
I
say
was
that
gonna ask somebody. I was
they
gonna ask
say
Charlie.
Dagley's still around here, man, but I never see him.
Yeah, I was gonna ask Charlie Robeson had she run into him anywhere because I'm still in touch with her, and I know she's still in Dover.
Yeah, yeah. I see her every
Hmm.
Friday.
She
Oh,
had,
you do?
Yeah, she worked for me on, well, not every Friday, but most Fridays.
Hmm.
That's Charlie
Yeah,
yeah.
Charlie Robeson.
Graham.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yep, yep.
Yeah, yeah. She get her memory back, Bob.
What happened?
Did she get in her memory back?
What happened?
Yeah.
She got hit in the
she
head or something like
she
that?
had
I don't know if she got hit in the head or not, man, but she got a memory lapse, man, about a lot of stuff back in the unit. You know, back in the day when we was back there running like we was running.
Mhm.
Yeah, some of the things we did. Yeah.
That was probably the most memorable part of my career,
Mm.
and probably the best. I remember General Cassidy told us when we became squadron commanders that that would be the time that we remember the most in our career.
Hmm.
And when I left that, I used to tell people I never promoted myself. I never got me promoted. Y'all got me promoted.
Hmm.
And and I was so blessed. I was really blessed to be with y'all guys, man. Y'all, it was
Yeah.
a crew. It was a crew. Uh, uh, I thought we had uh, a good social environment in the squadron. A couple of times, like the lady was a lady that said there was a staff sergeant. She put in a race complaint because she wasn't made the supervisor over Dagley, who was a master sergeant. Wasn't Dagley a master sergeant?
yeah,
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. She was a five. You know the lady. She said she put in a racial complaint about that, and I thought, man, what the heck is going on here?
Hmm. Yeah.
Was that old girl from England?
I think it was.
Oh,
That
no,
yeah,
no,
Chester's right. Yeah.
She couldn't drive no heavy equipment or anything like that. Well,
Oh,
at least she said she
oh
could.
no,
Huh?
that's a different one. No, that wasn't her.
That wasn't her.
no. I
No,
don't think was
but
there when
but
the
but
colonel
but
came.
y'all are right. No, she was there.
So yeah.
She couldn't
So
pass the test. She couldn't pass the. Only thing she
if it.
could drive was a sedan, man.
Hmm.
That
Mhm.
What the last name?
the one that came over. Her husband was from England. She married the dude from England, and she came
Okay.
with the kids, and she used to always talk about bloats and hey bloat and all that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
but for me, that was the most rewarding part of my career.
Yeah.
That was the honor of serving with y'all guys, man.
Mm.
Y'all did some tremendous stuff.
Yeah. That was the best assignment I ever had. I'm not gonna lie to you. At Dover, that was the best assignment I ever had in my time. Yeah, that I spent at Dover. Yeah. Yes,
That
sir.
was pretty good. Dover, Dover is the community itself. Uh, is a vibrant black community in Dover, and
Absolutely.
and one of the other places that I saw in America like that was Buffalo, New York. I was
Okay.
surprised. I went to Buffalo, and they had a vibrant black community. A
mm.
lot of
Mm.
places you go. And Richmond, I think Richmond, Virginia, has a vibrant black community.
Mm.
I
Hmm.
don't know a lot of the other cities, but I was impressed with Dover and Buffalo.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, a lot of those places
Yeah.
surprise you. And like I said, they're old community, old black communities. Dover's an old black community. They, historically they've been in the mix since before the Civil War. So there's a lot of history in Dover.
Mm. Okay.
The Harriet Tubman and the Underground Railroad ran directly through Dover. Matter of fact, I
Mm.
got one of the books about Harriet Tubman where they talked about, I think it was called the Dover Nine, right, where she shuttled some runaway slaves through Dover, and they were on the Green, which is downtown in the center of Dover.
Mm-hmm.
And, the black guy that they were working with tried to turn them in and set them up, and they got wind of it and left early. It's all in there, yeah. So there's a rich history here.
Mm. I didn't know that. Yeah.
And take a look at that. I think it's called the Dover Nine. If I find the link to it, I'll send it to you.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Uh, one of the things that burned me up a little bit about Dover was I got this book about the history of Dover Air Force Base, and it had in the book about the all girls crew when they flew an all girls C5 crew,
Mm-hmm.
but it didn't have anything in there about the all black C5 crew that flew.
Yeah.
Which I wasn't surprised when I saw who wrote the book.
Mm.
A lot of it, and you talked about that earlier about Gavin Newsom,
Mm.
and I'd shared with you before, Chester, that you run into guys that do a lot for you, and then you discover that they haven't got rid of all their racism.
No.
Mm-hmm.
They've worked at it hard. They will help you, but they might say something that indicates that I will only help you, but I still have this view of the masses of your community.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh, Bobby, you're not like the rest of them.
Mm. Yeah. 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 You know, it get in your DNA, man. Hell, you can't get it out, man. You know,
Yeah,
once it's embedded in the DNA, it's gonna come out.
we
Like
saw
I
that
said,
even with Joe Biden.
oh yeah,
Right.
hell yeah, yeah,
It-
man. He tried hard, but oh yeah, yeah.
But
You know,
it's
it's like that
embedded.
Tourette's thing, man. It's like that Tourette's thing. You know, this shit just come out. You know, it's like the guy at that award ceremony, man. Did you hear about it?
no.
At the awards ceremony over there in Britain with Michael B. Jordan and my man, what is his name? Delroy Lindo, the
Daryl.
actor.
Mm-hmm.
They were making a presentation on stage, and white guy in the audience had Tourette's, and he shouted out. They didn't play it, but he shouted out "nigga."
Mm,
Oh yeah, yeah. But they didn't play it. I said, "Shit, man, play it. Let everybody hear it. Let
right.
everybody hear it, and let them see how it feels to be called a nigga like that."
Right.
You know. So they blurped it out. Uh, but that's a big thing they talking about right now. So even before the show started, they kind of gave a warning
Right.
that they had a guy in the audience that had Tourette's, and if they hear outbursts, I guess they didn't figure he was going to use the nigger word,
Mm.
but that's what he shouted out as these two brothers was making their presentation.
They didn't
You
brief
know,
him. That's won't prevent him from getting his ass beat.
well, that's what I'm saying. I'd have had Tourette's. Every time I tell him, say it again. Every time he say it, I slap him upside the head. I got Tourette's too.
Study this.
You
What is
know,
Tourette's? What is that? I don't know what that is.
I don't know the medical term
Tourette,
that, but
yeah,
when you,
Tourette is a involuntary, like you do things involuntarily. Like, um, speaking of DEI,
Hello.
we have kids in the school that have Tourette's and everything else who wouldn't have been in a regular public school if it wasn't for DEI.
Mm-hmm.
They would have been in special schools
Mhm.
where, it was just people like them. They wouldn't be around, I don't want to say normal kids, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna say everyday kids.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So these got kids around there who have trouble walking. Uh we have kids that are nonverbal,
Mm,
right? And these kids are in this school because of DEI.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And they're in all schools because DEI. They
Mm,
even have they even have a sports league set up for them, what they call unified,
right.
Mm-hmm.
right? So that they can participate in athletics and all of that stuff. So when these people talk DEI, they don't know what the hell they talking about. They just putting color on it.
Right.
They throwing color on it. They're not really looking at the whole thing. DEI is that so that person in the wheelchair can take their self to the Social Security office.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They can roll up the ramp.
Mm-hmm.
DEI is a whole lot of stuff. It doesn't have anything to do with color and me getting something because I'm black.
No.
It has nothing to do with that. But that's how stupid people who don't really understand and don't know and don't try to educate themselves don't know. And I got a kid in the school at 7 o'clock in the morning. Know what he knows first thing out of his mouth is? Is it time to go home yet? Is it 3 o'clock?
Mm-hmm.
And he just got to school.
Mm,
And his parents don't want him. So we have a whole section for those kids, right?
mm,
Who have issues.
mm-hmm.
So
The mother, the parents, and because I had a class and I know this kid can't keep up. I know it. So I go to the teacher. I'm like, yo, what? I said, well, Bob, Mr. Jones, there's nothing we can do because the parents want him in a regular class, want him to get a regular diploma.
Mm,
well, Bobby, when I went to segregated schools in DC, I know in the elementary school, all kinds of kids went to our elementary school. It didn't matter. All these things that they say are different. Uh,
Mhm.
they went to class. They went to class with us. I mean,
And
I
and
mean,
and I'm not disagreeing with you. So when we were in class, we had the kids we called the slow kids or whatever. You're 100% right, right? But here it is now. This DEI thing came about because now it's their kids that they want to have something,
right.
right? It's not. I don't care about the black kids over there. They all need to go to school together,
Right.
right? Right? Because oh well. But now it's no different than the drug thing,
Right.
right? It was okay when the black people was on crack and cocaine and fentanyl and all that. It was okay. But soon as the other side started going down the rabbit hole,
Right.
now we got to do something about it. It's an epidemic now.
That was a problem. Right.
If you had taken care of that epidemic when the people that you didn't want around were doing it,
Right.
your kids, your fathers, your mothers would have probably never fell into the rabbit hole because you would have taken care of it. But you didn't until they fell into the rabbit hole. Now they in the rabbit hole. Now you got to do something to pull them out.
Right.
So now you blow up boats in Venezuela, kill people saying that they bringing drugs to the country.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I don't know. I don't know.
You're right.
the big thing to me is all this they've done has the street price of drugs increased.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
With inflation, is it inflationary increase or is it a supply increase?
It,
I
matter,
think it's both.
matter of fact, Colonel,
I think it's both.
I saw something on one of those things yesterday or the day before where they had a guy in Mexico, right? And he said, we talk about all the drugs and fentanyl and stuff coming from Mexico. He said, but I'm in Mexico. He said, I've lived in Mexico for 4 years. And in the local Mexican community, I don't run into drug addicts. I don't see that. He said, the only time anyone's ever offered me drugs is when I got around one of the resorts where there are Americans.
Mm.
He said, so we got to ask the question, is it this supply, or we need to ask the question, what is it about America that makes them have that much of a demand? He said, I'm filming everything in all these Mexican communities. And he said, I challenge you to find a drug addict laying on the side of the street in Mexico. He said, they're working, they dance, they singing, they got their businesses. He said, you don't see those drug problems in Mexico. He said, but if you go over there where the resorts are, if you go across the border, that's where you have the problem. He said, is it us or is it you?
Mm-hmm.
He was a white dude that been living in Mexico. And I said, wow, I had never thought of that. Because you assume if there's a Mexican drug problem, then everybody in Mexico got a drug problem. They selling drugs, but they ain't using drugs.
But that's the thing. Why am I? What's the number one thing they say if you're a drug dealer?
Don't get high on your own supply.
There you go. There you go. In the conversation.
Mm.
In the conversation.
Yeah. But that was crazy. It put a different light on it for me, though.
What do you think about that? Did you hear about the thing I was talking about with Tourette's deal? Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't.
Okay. But I mean, if you I know, like Barbara said, it's involuntary. It's an involuntary reaction.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm
come
with
on.
Bill. I went to a segregated school, and there was no. Everybody was in the same classroom, and that teacher would light your ass up with that ruler.
You had Tourette when you get done.
Yeah, that's your Tourette's right here.
Yeah, you be up in that because we got a girl around there. Her thinking, "Fuck you." Yeah, she be in that mug and she be talking to him. Fuck you.
Oh, so she's got it. She's got it. Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, I knew I never saw this guy fly, man, but I knew a C5 pilot a C-130 pilot when I was at Pope that had Tourette's.
Yeah, I had a school teacher.
Man, I was a man. I hope like hell I'll never get on a damn plane. I see his ass.
I seen a dude drive.
Seat.
I seen a guy drive that had it.
Yeah.
Because it's movements. It's all kinds
it's
of
movement. That's what I'm saying, man. A lot of movements with along that too.
Matter of fact, famous basketball player had it.
Oh yeah,
Chris Jackson, who ended up being what was his Muslim name?
Mahmoud Abdul
Abdul, whatever.
Right.
Yeah, him.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, you sure. Chris Jackson.
Yeah, he had Tourette's, and he used to dribble. He would dribble, and you see him do that, right?
And put 30 on you every night.
Yep.
And another one was Elgin Baylor.
Did he?
I didn't know that. Okay.
If you ever saw him play, he had a movement like that.
No, okay.
Nervous pick, they used to call.
I can see why that would be distracting if you tried to guard that.
Yeah, man.
That look away. That look away be
move.
Hey, Mac, that look away would be mean, wouldn't it?
He trying to pump fake me or what?
That's terrible.
Oh man. Oh God.
Chris Jackson.
What about the way they did Jesse, man? What y'all think about that?
Oh, that was horrible.
Listen, man.
Mike, what is his name? Little Mike, the little weasel. They won't let him lay in state in the Capitol, man.
Not the super Christian.
Yeah.
Listen, bro. All of that's gonna come back to bite him, bro.
Be a special place of hell for him.
Yeah. Somebody said they I don't know if they could have done that, but shit, why they didn't take him and let him lay up in the African American Museum, man?
But they could have. They still could have lowered the flag. You know what I mean?
They won't even do that, man.
Yeah.
That's how trifling.
They did
That's
it
how
for
trifling
Kirk.
they are.
They did it for Kirk,
They
who
put
never
the
did it.
flag.
What you say, Colonel?
Didn't they put the flags at half staff for Charlie Kirk?
They
Yes.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
And he lied his state too.
Did
Who
he?
had in state where?
At the
Where? At the
rotunda.
Capitol? I
Yeah.
don't know. Did he?
Did
I
he?
don't know if he.
Yeah, I don't
if
think
the
so.
Capitol. I know that they had some. What burned me up was
They had
he lied to
some
say
special stuff for
somewhere,
him.
and they had some military, some Air Force pallbearers carrying his casket.
I remember
Mm.
that. Yeah.
And I'm saying, my
Wait a
God,
minute. I thought they bought his body from where was he killed at it? In
Utah.
U-
Utah.
Utah
I
and
thought they brought his body on the vice president plane from Utah to the Capitol.
I don't
Maybe
know.
I'm wrong.
right, I don't remember that.
yeah, I don't think so. He
They did.
because the service was in Arizona.
Right.
The memorial service was in
But they
Arizona.
never lied in state, but they did bring his body back on the vice president's plane. That they did do.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And they did lower the flag.
They put the flags at half staff. I know that.
They
Yes,
did.
they
So
did.
I was angry that if you put Charlie Kirk's flag at half staff for Charlie Kirk,
Right.
Mm.
shouldn't the flag be at half staff for Jesse Jackson?
Absolutely.
Should be.
Absolutely.
But they wouldn't do it, man.
Did you see where JD Vance is trying to withhold money from Minnesota all of a sudden?
Mm-mm.
Trying to what?
He
Trying to
was,
do.
JD Vance said that he's withholding some money, some funding from Minnesota.
Why?
Simply because
Fraud for what?
Oh, the
well,
babysitting thing.
What?
The babysitting thing.
What babysit?
The daycare. The
Yeah,
Daycare.
daycare thing.
yeah, which we all know is fake.
What daycare?
That's something bring me up.
Well, some podcaster did a piece on daycare in Minnesota, and that piece was proven to be completely false.
Yeah,
And that then it was about getting I guess some I don't know how daycare works.
So
You
fraud.
so it was on the internet.
Right.
So everything on the internet is true.
Well, they were accused of using government subsidies to get rich for these daycares.
yeah.
And then the person that did the so-called investigative work
Right.
was found to be wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
But they just never let it go.
And
That's what happened back in the 70s or 80s, whenever it was, with the Martin family out in California.
Yeah. It's just like they eating dogs and cats. They bought that, threw that out there, but they never did retract it, did they?
Mm-mm.
Matter of fact,
Mm-mm.
the State of the Union, Trump had that guy in the State of the Union. And then today, JD Vance said he's withholding Medicaid funds for the state of Minnesota.
He can't do that.
He's the damn vice president. He needs to go somewhere and
Minnesota's Medicaid fund.
I tell you what, they better not stop making mascara because he's gonna be in trouble.
Oh yeah, or couches.
Man,
yeah, I think that's illegal. You just can't stop people's health care like that.
Well,
hey,
You can't. But that's the stupid.
Since when did that stop him?
Right.
But it don't stop them from saying it. You right.
It doesn't stop them from doing it. Like I said, Trump's thing is we're gonna do it, and I got people on the Supreme Court gonna give me the nod. So they're gonna run up the courts. It's gonna take a year to get to the courts, and then when it gets to the courts, then we let it fly.
But the stupid part of it is, and this is what gets me, and I said it earlier, they never have an end game, right? They never have an end game. They always want to start the fight, But when they get beat down, they don't think about running home or nothing, or go and get a stick and pick it up and hit you with it. They don't think like that because they don't have no end game.
No.
So
Well,
now,
it's, it's
if you hold this money, if you tell them they can't have this money, because it all boils down to color, nationality, and that. So now, if you hold this money, you're not just hurting people that look like us,
No.
hey,
right?
but they don't think like that.
That's my point. That's exactly what I'm saying, Mac. They don't have an end game. They just want to get out there and make those two people that voted for them that agree. Yeah, that's right. Hold that money. Don't give them
Well,
nothing.
well, you know the whole theory, right? Those shit gets the wall, some of it gonna stick,
Mm-hmm.
and you
Yeah.
keep throwing it, and uh, you keep throwing it.
Yeah. Well, I go back to what I said last week, man. Right now, especially what came out in the past couple of days with Donald Trump and this raping this 13-year-old girl
Yes.
a few years ago. He would do anything right now to keep this information from coming out.
Yeah.
Now, so right now, what he got the largest military buildup since the damn Gulf War, ready to attack Iran.
Right.
And I have no doubt in my mind that he's gonna do something, man.
And,
He's gonna do something
and it boils down to, again,
to divert the attention away from this Epstein shit.
Right.
and it goes back to what I said again. They have no end game.
Yeah.
So now here it is. These same people that I'm talking about with the daycare stuff, right? And holding the federal funds are the same people whose kids are going over there to fight these wars.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Right? Not his.